mis cielitos, and welcome back. Coco is here with Binks, and we are continuing Steins Gate, where Okabe of the future has said, you can save Kurisu.
Yes.
Listen carefully. On July 28th, the first, you went to Nakabachi's presentation, blissfully unaware of what was about to happen. You must not change what the first you saw. Those events have been established. They are the result upon which this world line converges. However, there is room for deception. You don't understand, I know. Calm down. I'll explain. You're going to deceive yourself.
Oh, I do that every day.
Same. The first you saw Kurisu lying in a pool of blood. If you were to change that fact, it would render everything you have done since, as well as everything that I have done, a paradox.
Oh.
After finding Kurisu's body, you sent a D-mail, which was intercepted by Echelon, which tipped off CERN. Recall your experiences on the Alpha World line. You saw more than just Mayuri's death. You saw Kurisu alive and well. You made her a lab member despite her protests, and together you built the time leap machine. It was only 3 weeks, but she was there, beside you. Those memories are yours. Those memories are mine. They are the proof that we did not live only on this world line, where Kurisu died on July 28th. You traveled to the Alpha world line. You met Kurisu and fell in love. You sacrificed the dreams of those closest to you. But still, you fought to give Mayuri a future. For 3 weeks you fought, and now, those memories are a part of you. If you had not seen Kurisu's body in the hallway of Radikan, you would not have sent that first D-mail. CERN would not have found you. When you encountered Kurisu later, you would not have been shocked to see her alive. You would not have spoken the words that led her to your doorstep. Without those memories, you would not now be willing to travel through time to save her. I would not have spent my life searching for a path to Steins Gate. I would not have recorded this message. Daru and I would not have completed the time machine. Suzuha would not be standing beside you now. You must not reject the 3 weeks you spent drifting between world lines. You must not undo the past. Those 3 weeks made you who you are, a man who would do anything to save the woman he loves. Your desperation made me who I am, a man who has given everything to make that dream come true. This moment would not be possible if not for the memory that you and I share. The man you were trying to create, a man with none of those memories to drive him, could never stand where you stand now. It all meant something. My preparations are complete. The rest is up to you. The final phase of Operation Scold will now, or School, I think, will now commence.
Of course, another Chuny name. Scold. The youngest of the three Norns, goddesses of fate in Norse mythology, the three sisters tend the world tree. Yggdrasil, which has roots in Urd's fountain, Skuld is the Norn of the future, also a Valkyrie.
Elaborative rehearsal. In psychology, the act of transferring short-term memory to long-term memory. This is done by attaching meaning to the matter to be remembered or by relating the matter to some other familiar memory. Your mission. Change the outcome without changing established events. You saw Makise Kurisu lying in a pool of blood. That has been established. But at the same time, only that has been established. Deceive yourself. Deceive the world. That is the choice which will lead you to Steins Gate. Good luck, mad scientist. El Sai Kongru. Yeah, I think Mayuri's face is the exact same one I would have if I was witnessing all this in real life. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're like, oh, still a Junie.
And with that, the video ends.
So we were just practicing all along. Like all the time that he was talking to his phone, you know?
Yeah. Mayuri and Daru looked dumbfounded. They obviously didn't understand a single word. I, however... Laughter bubbles up from the depths of my soul. Not a minute ago, I was lost in despair. I was ready to kill myself for what I had done. But now, I'm laughing. Operation School. El Sai Kongru. I'm 33 years old and I still have no shame. Good for me. Cringe is dead. Deceive myself.
Yes, I love it.
Deceive the world. That's such chuny bullshit. It's pathetic, laughable, a juvenile fantasy, but at the same time, it feels right. Very well, if this is the choice of Steins Gate, then so be it. I'm the insane mad scientist, Yoin Kyoma! Deceiving the world is child's play. It looks like I have to change the world after all. Whoa, I thought Okarin was finally serious, but now he's back to his usual antics.
But you know, Mayushi likes Okarin better this way. He looks so happy.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Okarin just isn't Okarin unless he's laughing like an idiot.
Yoin Kyoma saved Mayushi, you know. So this time, he'll definitely save Makise Kurisu.
But deceive the world? What's that supposed to mean?
Mayushi doesn't have a clue.
Isn't it obvious? The only established fact about the palace is that I saw Kurisu lying in a pool of blood. That's the extent of my observation. Kurisu was lying in a pool of blood. As for whether she was alive or dead, that's still open to interpretation. Isn't that right, future me?
Huh?
Mayuri tilts her head. She still doesn't get it. For example, just think of it like this. Kurisu was merely unconscious, and the blood was just a coat of red paint.
Oh, is that what happened?
Mayuri's eyes open wide in wonder. I give up. She's not going to understand. Wait a second. The news reports all said that she was... What's true now doesn't matter. Only what Uncle Okarin saw on July 28th matters. Really? Really. And that's because I'm not the Okabe Rintaro who lived on the Beta Road line after Kurisu died. I traveled to the Alpha Road line and back. I am not bound by whatever effect Kurisu's death may have had during that time. What I'm going to do is recreate what I saw, and only what I saw. But this time I'll do it so Kurisu doesn't have to die.
Don't forget, you also need to destroy the Nakabachi paper. Can you handle it?
Who do you think you're talking to, part-time warrior?
Part-time warrior?
Have you forgotten? I'm the insane mad scientist Hyoin Kyoma! I disregard the blank stares of my comrades and brush back my hair with a flourish. My plan is flawless. Operation Skull will succeed. But I need to prepare. Give me 30 minutes. Suzuka tightens her expression and nods firmly. I squat against the roof's chain fence with my eyes closed. To refresh my memory, I'll pull out the drawers of my mental archive and sort through each file one by one. My actions that day, my Yudi's actions, my conversation with Kurisu, Nakabachi's presentation. With those memories to guide me, I began to draw up a plan for how to complete my mission.
Oh, Karin, I got the stuff.
I open my eyes once I hear Mayuri's voice. Then it's time. I take a deep breath and stand up. Mayuri's faster on her feet than Daru and I are, so I had her pick up some things for me. She went all the way to the lab and back to the sweltering heat, but she's not even breathing hard. She runs up to me with a triumphant smile, almost like a playful puppy shaking her tail.
Here you go. Will this work?
In her hand is a plastic stick about 30 centimeters long. I take it and nod in satisfaction. Good work, Mayuri.
Mayushi's happy to be useful to Okarin. Oh, I also brought you this.
She hands me a banana.
Another
I guess,
banana.
I guess she's telling me not to time travel on an empty stomach.
What's that?
A banana.
No, I mean that stick.
It's not a stick, it's a sword. One of the lab's many inventions. Future Gadgets number 6. The Siloom Saber.
Siloom Saber? It's a red Siloom glow stick, an essential item for idol and voice actress concerts.
But it's not just a glow stick. It's saber-shaped, just as its name implies, so you can reenact scenes from Spark Wars. Uh-huh. Spark Wars.
Wow.
Furthermore, it can also form fake blood clots. Detach the cap at the tip, and thick blood starts flowing out.
Oh.
Yeah, really don't get what you were trying to accomplish when you made this. We wanted to make our sword fights more realistic.
What he means to say is that everything is inevitable.
I think I see the plan. You're going to use that Siloom stuff as a stand-in for Makise Kurisu's blood, aren't you?
Precisely. I stuff my cheeks with bananas, enraptured by my own genius. I truly am a mad scientist. Yes. I put the Xylem saber into my pocket. It's about 30 centimeters long, so it sticks out a little, but I don't mind.
Oh, you know what? I'm really gonna miss that laugh when this is over.
Aww.
I'll probably randomly be like, Coco, do the laugh.
Aww. We'll have to find another game of Pachuni in the future.
Yes, I feel like you found your true calling, hun.
I had Daru buy me a stun gun earlier. I pocket that too. With this, my preparations are complete.
You could just buy one so easy, like, damn.
I don't know. I get that's a good question. I was gonna say I thought because my brother once got me pepper spray, and for a second I was confused. Like, wait, what did he get me? I don't remember, but it was pepper spray, not a stun gun.
Yeah, I think we have pepper spray somewhere, which I always felt a little anxious to carry that around. So I was like, what if I accidentally let it go off in my bag? And, you know, I'd rather have a stun gun, honestly.
Yeah.
That way I don't have it spraying off on and hitting myself. But I don't know.
Oh god, what cartoon was it where someone was trying to use a pepper spray but they pointed it in the wrong direction and sprayed themselves?
Right?
I saw something like that
A
somewhere.
little easier? I don't know.
Yeah. I'd be a little afraid of a stun gun though, because like, what if you use it just against someone who has like a heart condition or something?
Yeah. I feel
It's
like any weapon.
you know, I want to fend
scary.
someone off. I don't want to kill them.
Yeah. And then even then, like, sometimes like a cop or someone will use a stun gun and the person will still keep going at them like it doesn't even affect them. It's like, what the frick? Like, what are you supposed to do?
What's in your diet, man?
Like, wow. Like the adrenaline will still let them keep going right through it. Like, holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's
so
when you
scary.
just fucking run.
Right?
I give Suzuha a glance.
Let's go, Uncle Okarin. One more time. One more trip to July 28th. There and back. That's all the fuel we have left.
Gosh, just saying the word police reminds me of this LP and what we went through with the cops just shooting Mayuri.
Yep.
This is our last chance. You ready?
Leave it to me. I will change the world. I follow Suzuha into the time machine. While waiting for Mayuri to return, I asked Suzuha if there was a chance that I might run into myself from last time. In other words, the me who killed Kurisu. She replied that wasn't possible. The world line where I killed Kurisu is minutely different from the one to which the time machine will take us. Time travel has a very small effect on divergence, much too small to cause any noticeable changes, but enough to ensure that there can never be two versions of the same time traveler. However, it is important to remember that world lines are not parallel worlds. Ultimately, attractor field convergence merges them into a single world line. My actions are meaningless. If I succeed in deceiving both myself and the world, the entire universe will converge upon a different future.
Okarin.
Mayuri leans through the hatch and gently strokes my cheek.
Come back, okay?
Of course. I return the smile and give her a thumbs up.
Aw, they're so cute, like sibling love. I love it so much.
Me too. I close the hatch as Daru and Mayuri see me off with words of encouragement. Suzuha is already operating the time machine.
The fate of the future hangs on this mission.
Suzuha speaks as she presses some buttons.
We're counting on you, Uncle.
Instead of answering, I close my eyes. I find myself strangely calm. No impatience, no tension, none of the anxiety I felt the first time. How many times have I tasted failure? My hubris hurt those closest to me. My foolishness cost them their dreams. And even though those mistakes have been undone, the memories still remain as a brand on my heart. You must not reject the 3 weeks you spent drifting between world lines. You must not undo the past. It all meant something. Every mistake, every sacrifice. Without them, I would not be standing here now. From that knowledge, I draw strength, confidence, and pride. The memories I shoulder deserve nothing less. And so, I am no longer afraid. I will reach the unknown world line, Steins Gate. Its future is uncertain. That is how it should be. For once, I need not worry what fate has in store. Only one thing matters now. Saving Kurisu. Gravity pulls at my back. Rainbow light starts drifting through the compartment. It's time. This is my Ragnarok. I exit the time machine onto the familiar rooftop. As before, it's empty. I can see the top of the train station a short distance away. This is the 3rd time I've been here now. I run through the plan in my head one last time. Time is short, but I have no choice. I have to do it. No, I will do it. Failure is not an option. I wait for Suzuha to break the lock, then I run inside just like last time. Narrowly avoiding the first me again, I descend to the 7th floor. Last time I went all the way down to the 4th floor, but not this time. I direct my attention to the capsule toy machines near the landing. It's time for step 1. Rainet Kakeru Character DAW Series. This is it. On July 28th, the first me won a super rare metal Oopa from this very machine. No time to waste. I insert the 100 yen coin I prepared beforehand and turn the lever hard. The capsule falls into the slot. Just as I grab it,
Look, Rhinet!
my heart leaps into my throat. That was Mayuri's voice. She's already here! I quickly turn around and leave the area before Mayuri can see my face. Luckily, she's so entranced by the capsule toy machines that she doesn't realize who I am. Once I get down to the 4th floor, I check the contents of the capsule. The metal Oopa is inside. This is the first prize that was meant for me, which means the first me will get. The answer is obvious. Phase 1 is complete. Time for Phase 2. I turn around abruptly. Kurisu is standing behind me, her mouth open in surprise. My timing is perfect.
Hey, you just came down from the...
I...
Eh?
I'm going to save you. Leave everything to me.
What?
I say no more. If I tell her everything, she'll have no reason to talk to the first me. On July 28th, she came to me during Nakabachi's presentation. She claimed that I had tried to tell her something, then proceeded to drag me out into the hallway for further questioning. That is part of my experience. This should be enough to ensure that it happens exactly as I remember. I pat Kurisu on the shoulder, then race back up the stairs.
Wait.
I run to the 6th floor, then creep up towards the 7th floor, landing until I can just make out the capsule toy machines. As expected, there is the first me about to turn the lever in Mayuri's stead.
Ah! It's an Upa!
Is it rare?
It's not rare, but isn't it just so cute? She loves Upa.
I grin to myself. It worked. The order changed. Mayuri now has a regular Upa, not the metal one I gave her the first time. And that means...
Thank you all for coming to Dr. Nakabachi's Time Machine press conference.
The presentation is about to begin. The first me heads up to the 8th floor, but Mayuri doesn't move. She takes out a pen and starts signing the Upa, just as planned. When Dr. Nakabachi defected to Russia on August 21st, he had Mayuri's metal Upa with him. If he has a plastic one instead, it should change the fate of the Nakabachi paper. But one question remains. How exactly did Mayuri's Upa fall into Dr. Nakabachi's hands? I watch as Mayuri finishes signing her name. She nods in satisfaction, then runs after the first me. Just before she gets to the stairs, she puts the Upa into her coat pocket. But it doesn't go all the way in, and she runs up the stairs. I see it fall out and roll away. Mayuri is completely oblivious. A moment later, she disappears from sight. I look at the Upa lying on the floor. Does Nakabachi pick it up? How? He's in the middle of his presentation upstairs. He doesn't have any opportunity. That's when Kurisu comes up from downstairs. I quickly hide in the stairwell across the landing. Kurisu reaches the 7th floor without noticing me. She finds the fallen Upa and picks it up. So it was Kurisu who found the Upa.
And we know
The
she's
butter.
a secret. She's a secret
Weird.
fan of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. In 3 weeks, this completely innocuous event changes the outcome of an accidental fire on one of what must be thousands of planes flying that day. By extension, it changes the fate of the entire human race. Kurisu looks curiously at the Upa, then looks around as if searching for the owner. Of course, Kurisu doesn't know who Mayuri is. At this point in time, those two aren't even acquainted yet. After realizing there's no one around, Kurisu puts the Upa into her envelope and goes up to the 8th floor. Now that I've seen what I need to see, I go upstairs too and head to the employee hallway. Here's where it gets serious. I grip the Siloom saber and shake it silently, thus activating the red fluorescent reaction inside. It'll last about 10 minutes. It should get dim before Kurisu makes her appearance. I know what I need to do. Problem is that my window of opportunity is so slim. Will I be able to handle the enraged Dr. Nakabachi? One mistake, and Kurisu will die. What are you afraid of, Hyoin Kyoma? Everything's going according to plan. Operation Skrill is flawless. You spent 15 years perfecting it, remember? Believe in yourself. Believe in Hyoin Kyoma. Hyoin Kyoma will save Kurisu. I close my eyes and wait for the time to come, hiding behind the same box of cardboard boxes as last time. Carbon? Brain, please. I hear the sound of sparse applause from the event hall, which means I should be hearing footsteps soon. There they are. Kurisu has come right on time. She leans against the wall and looks inside her envelope, smiling softly as she does. And now I know the reason behind that smile. It's the Upa inside.
Oh.
She's probably smiling at how adorable it is.
No, I think she's also smiling because she's looking forward to seeing her dad, which is sad.
Yeah. That smile really doesn't suit you, Kurisu. I stifle a chuckle. I'm surprised I'm calm enough to feel that way, despite the current situation. Once Nakabachi appears, that's my signal to spring into action. I'll bring out the Sealum saber as soon as that bastard tries to take out his knife. Then I'll scare him away and stun Kurisu. The stun gun I brought should handle both tasks flawlessly. That's the plan, at least. The next set of footsteps echoes down the hallway. Kurisu looks up. I can't see Nakabachi, but I know it's him.
I wanted to talk. Are you listening, Papa?
Even the words she speaks are the same.
What is that? I heard you were giving a presentation on time travel. So I thought about it too. Could it be possible to make a time machine?
The atmosphere is far from pleasant. Nakabachi doesn't even try to hide his displeasure. And the first me is probably at fault for that. At least partially. Looks like it's about time for Nakabachi to go ballistic. I grip the Sealum saber and make one final check. It's already dimmed down, and all I have to do is remove the cap at the tip and the fake blood will... My breath catches in my throat. In the darkness of my hiding spot, I bring the Sealum saber close to my eyes and peer inside. The fake blood has begun to coagulate.
Oh no.
No, this shouldn't happen. I was certain the liquid would remain fluid for around 30 minutes after losing luminescence. Was it defective? Come to think of it, we never tested the Sealum saber. It can only be used once before the tube needs to be replaced. Given the lab's financial situation, we thought it would be a waste to use it, so we never did. How could I have failed to consider this possibility? If I had had half a brain, I would have brought a spare. This is bad. The plan is falling apart.
He wasn't shunned.
Nakabachi's shriek startles me.
Those incompetent bastards were just jealous of my superiority. I was the one who gave up on them.
Please don't yell.
Time won't stop for me. How do I recover from this setback? I can't leave. Nakabachi is about to attack his daughter. If I make my appearance after that, it'll be the same as last time. I'll end up killing Kurisu again. No matter what, I can't let that happen. What do I do? Do I go back to the time machine and try again? No, remember what Suzuha said. There's not enough fuel for another trip. This is my last chance.
We haven't seen each other in a while. There's a lot I want to talk about. You're living in Aomori now, right?
Leave.
Huh?
Go back to America. Never show your face to me again.
But...
You want my opinion? We'll submit it jointly. You don't mean any of that. I know how you think.
My heart is pounding. I'm sweating like crazy. It feels like I've just run a marathon. I cover my mouth to suppress the sound of my breathing.
Is this pity? How dare you? You're supposed to be my daughter.
I don't understand. Please calm.
I am calm. Don't tell me what to do.
Nakabachi is about to snap. Events are proceeding just like last time, barreling inexorably towards disaster. Please, I find myself begging, make time stop. But another voice from within answers. Are you praying, Yoin Kyoma? Have you forgotten?
I'll tell you why I called you here today. I wanted to show you my research. Research beyond even what you can imagine. I wanted to prove once and for all that you are nothing compared to me.
Change the future. Deceive the world.
But that brat in the lab coat ruined everything. I know you were laughing at me too. Don't you deny it? How dare you treat your own father this way?
I wasn't...
You wanted my opinion? Fine, I'll give it to you. I'm going to publish it myself. End of discussion.
I won't court the mercy of a heartless god. I will save Kurisu myself. She won't die again. Not at my hands. Not at anyone's.
You're stealing it?
What did you say?
You're stealing my work? I didn't think even you would do something like...
Nakabachi strikes Kurisu on the cheek.
Who do you think you're talking to?
It's starting. Nakabachi puts his hands around Kurisu's neck. Her cries of agony fill my ears. There's still a way to prevent Kurisu's death. That puddle of blood I saw beneath Kurisu's body. There's one more way to reproduce it. One more way. One last chance. It's a gamble, to be sure. Even if it succeeds, I don't know what effect it might have on Steins Gate World Line.
You can't possibly understand how I feel. Why did you have to be so talented? I detest you. I hate your very existence. Nobody's allowed to be better than me, understand? Nobody. Especially not my own daughter. That's why I abandoned you. I couldn't bear the shame of being your father. It's all your fault. It's all your fault.
It matters not. I am Hyoin Kyoma, the mad scientist who defies God. My true desire is chaos. I have no need for a predetermined future. Stop! Calmly, I step out from my hiding spot. Nakabachi looks at me in disbelief. His eyes are wide and bloodshot.
You're the brat who ruined my presentation.
Nakabachi lets go of Kurisu.
How dare you show your face before me? Why does everyone get in my way? I know, you and Kurisu planned this, didn't you? Didn't you?
I hope we can hurt him and that his blood be the one that we see.
You brats won't get away with this.
Nakabachi pulls the knife from his pocket. Its blade reflects cold light. Once I see that glint, I laugh disdainfully. Try it, if you dare.
You, who are you?
My name is Hyoin Kyoma.
Okay, Judy.
What?
Hyo for Phoenix, then In, and finally the terrible truth that must never be revealed. Hyoin Kyoma. I am the bringer of chaos, the destroyer of order.
Oh my god.
And I am the one who will end your ambition. They both just kind of stare at each other, and that's what ends it. He's just like, I'm not dealing with a fucking Chuny.
He's like, what? You know what? Snaps him out of it. He's like, what the fuck is this?
Kurisu staggers to her feet with her hand to her neck.
Run away. Who is she talking to? Even she's like, what is this? What?
Never. I was talking to my dad, you freak. I dismiss Kurisu's plea and instead turn to Nakabachi with my arms spread wide. What's wrong, Dr. Nakabachi? Aren't you going to kill me? Or have you lost your nerve? Of course, a mere mortal can never slay a god such as I.
You little psycho.
I hate weebs more than anything.
Right?
Nakabachi goes into a frenzy. He charges me with his knife, point first.
No! Papa, stop!
Nakabachi has completely lost his mind. I can see it in his eyes. He won't stop. And if he won't stop, then I'll stop him with my own body. You can't kill me! You're nothing!
Okabe, please. Isn't there better ways to do this, bro? Come on, man.
Die!
The knife approaches. Its point glitters menacingly in the dim light. Inches away, I don't move a muscle. This is my last chance. I'll do whatever it takes.
Ah, bro.
Intense pain rips through my abdomen.
Why? Couldn't you, like, turn and, like, let it hit your arm or something else? I don't know, man.
I feel the cold steel sink into my body. He did it. He stabbed me with a knife that killed Kurisu. Pain flares. It feels like my insides are being torn out. Nakabachi yanks out the knife. Blood gushes from the open wound. The iron taste of blood spreads through my mouth. Pain threatens to steal away my consciousness. My body's on fire. My vision blurs. I struggle desperately to stay on my feet.
No, who's laughing? That's what you get for mocking me.
What the hell is that? Is
The
this-
stun gun,
what
I
is-
think.
Oh, I was like, what? Why did it sound like a fart? Like, what was that?
A fart?
That's what it sounded like in my headphones. I was like, I don't know what that was. Like, it sounded like air, but I guess it was electricity. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He
Why?
He's just like the one who smelt it, felt it. Well, yeah, the one who denied it supplied it. I whip out the stun and I switch it on. The electric
Never
arc
heard that.
crackles to life inches away from Nakabachi's face. He instantly turns pale. Now you've done it. I spear him with my glare and take a step forward. A wave of nausea surges over me. Blood spews from my throat,
Oh no, that's not a good sign, bro.
but I don't look away. I keep my eyes fixed on Nakabachi. You'll regret this, old man. I'm going to kill you.
he
What?
You and the girl. I'll kill you both.
Wait, why are you saying this? What the frick? Don't move.
Kurisu runs up to me. She holds me and supports my body.
Lay down. I'll call an ambulance.
What is she doing trying to help me? Didn't she hear me threaten to kill her? You're too soft-hearted for a tsundere. Back when I was trying to save Mayuri, you were always the one who saved me. So this time, I'm going to save you.
What? Did you just fart or did you electrocute me, sir? No, I'm just kidding.
I
It
think
still
I'll take
sounds
the
weird.
electrocution and being farted on. Kurisu convulses. Strength leaves the legs she used to support me. She collapses.
But you see, he stunned Nakabachi and the guy's still standing. Like, what the frick?
I'm sorry. I sent her my silent apology. I think he was just turning it on. I don't think he actually hit him with it yet.
Oh.
I'll be sure to have my way with your daughter before I kill her. But first is you, Nakabachi.
Oh, you're gonna have your way with him too? Wow. Damn.
I'm glad you finally come to terms with your sexuality.
Right? You were so in denial before. Like, wow. But I mean,
I
Nakabachi, he's not really worth it, dude.
right? He's not. You could do so much better.
Yep. Why does he keep saying, laughing like, what? What? I think you broke him.
Nakabachi tosses his knife away with a pitiful cry. He takes a step back, 2 steps back.
I think the threat of being, touched by this man broke him.
Firing the stun gun once more does the trick. Nakabachi turns and flees down the hallway towards the elevators. But first, he makes sure to pick up the envelope Kurisu dropped. How shrewd of him. I touch my wound. Ugh. The lightest touch sends pain coursing through my body. I fall to my knees. I feel faint. The bleeding won't stop. The blood is starting to pool on the floor. I press my hands into the blood. Still, not enough.
Damn.
I reach for my stomach, wet and glistening with blood. I take a deep breath, then drive my fingers into the wound. Ugh.
Ooh,
The pain is like nothing I've ever experienced. Unable
bro.
to bear it, I throw back my head. Yes, that's why he didn't block it with his arm. I scream until my throat is raw.
Ooh, there's the scream.
I can't stop now. Fighting against the urge to faint, I feed strength into my hand and pull the wound wider.
Oh my god, how is he gonna survive this? Oh lord.
Ugh. My blood paints the floor crimson.
Uncle Okarine!
Suzuha runs up to me.
That wound! What happened? What were you thinking? If you die, if we fail. Uncle?
You forgot who you're dealing with, Suzuha. Look at the floor. Notice anything?
The floor?
That should be enough blood, don't you think? She looks down and beholds my masterpiece.
A pool of blood!
To deceive myself. To deceive the world. The stage is set.
But Uncle, you'll die!
There's no way I'm going to die. Who do you think I am? I'm the insane mad scientist, Yoin Kyoma.
Uncle?
But dude, without like a blood transfusion, he could seriously die.
Yeah. If convergence holds, then it's already determined that I don't die. Not here. I die in 2025. That's a fixed event on the Beta World line. That was my bet. I intentionally provoked Nakabachi to rage. I took the knife meant for Kurisu and survived. The wound gave me what I needed to carry out the plan. Though I have to admit, I didn't think it would hurt this much. There's no telling what will happen when we reach Steins Gate. The future of that world line is still undecided. There's no reason it can't include my death. How ironic. I made a bet based on a guarantee that I wouldn't die, but winning that bet makes my death a very real possibility. I twist my lips into a smile. Time to put the finishing touches on my masterpiece. Suzuha, get Kurisu. How traumatizing is that going to be for Kurisu, though, waking up in all that
Right?
blood?
Yep.
Okay.
Suzuha picks up the unconscious Kurisu, and she lays her face down on top of my blood puddle.
You.
Kurisu doesn't wake up. She's perfectly still. But she's definitely breathing. I stroke her hair gently. Did it hurt? I'm sorry, but I had to do it. To save you. Even though those 3 weeks will never come back. I want you to live. Even if we reach Steins Gate, even if Kurisu lives, even if I don't die, we'll never meet again. Kurisu will never join the lab. We will never build the time leap machine together. But still, I'm glad I was able to save her. Goodbye. Please stay unconscious for a while. I need you to deceive the first me. While Suzuha goes to pick up the knife, I use the wall to climb to my feet. Mission complete. Return to base.
Damn, he's got some willpower, because I would be in so much pain I wouldn't be able to function.
Yep, same.
This is crazy, Uncle. You're insane.
Insane? Nonsense. This is all according to plan.
Don't worry, I'll take you back to August 21st. Try to inter the G's, okay? Damn, I should have brought a first aid kit.
I feel pressure crush my body.
Oof.
My wound throbs. I feel like groaning, but I bite my lip and bear it. Rainbow light fills my vision. The time machine is activating. Suzuha wraps my wound with a towel.
Hey, Uncle. I'm sure Steins Gate is waiting for us on the other side. A world where nothing is known, where anything is possible. A world where you live, where Makisa Kurisu lives, where Shina Mayuri lives. A world where I have no reason to travel to 2010. The future may still lead to World War III. It may lead to a dystopia ruled by CERN.
Someone's warm hand grabs mine. Tightly. Tightly.
But now there is hope for the future again.
I slowly close my eyes. It's hard to breathe. But my pain feels distant now.
Once we arrive, I'll probably disappear. I won't be able to thank you for bringing me to Steins Gate. So I'll say it now.
The warmth of her hand slowly fades away.
Thank you, Uncle. Don't die. Live. And in 7 years, let's meet again, okay? It's time to go home. Mayuri and Daru are waiting. And with them, a future that has yet to be written.
Wow.
Yay!
Is that it, you think?
I think there might be like an after credits thing. We'll see.
Okay. Because they did
Oh.
that. They did that to us once, and we were like, "Oh, is that it?" Oh wow.
Ooh.
That would be like if they had left it there, that would be pretty good too. But I hope I want to see a hopeful ending with him surviving, of course. Man, he's been through a lot. They've all been through a lot.
Yeah. Dude has more perseverance than I ever could.
Oh yeah, like damn.
I think like after the third time failing to save my Yuri, I would have been like, well, I think I'm
Right?
done with life.
I mean, the description alone of what he went through every time he time leaped sounded horrible. So I'm like,
Yep.
no. I think as fascinating as time travel stuff is, it just always looks like a bad idea.
Yeah, I love the stories, but the only right answer is to not do it.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to get you to watch Erased. Oh, that one is really good.
I've heard
I actually
good
never
things
saw the
about it.
ending of it. It's so good, but I never saw the ending of it, so I'm dying to see it. I heard it was really sad. I mean, most of what I saw was pretty sad. I think we'll be crying through most of it.
Probably. Yep.
Lots of murder and going back and forth and children suffering because it goes back and forth when they're children and then when they're adults.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
And I remember there was a lot of shipping, and then there was one real problematic ship that some people were doing, and I remember I was like, no!
What is your most hated ship?
Oh, of anything ever?
Of anything ever?
That's tough. The first one that pops into my mind is Terry Falls and Dahlia Hawthorne.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cause like, yeah, I can
I
see
hate
where you're
it.
coming from. But do people ship it?
I mean,
Oh,
it's a
I'm sure there
canon
are
ship,
people
right?
out there. Yeah, yeah. I guess usually when I think about ships, I think about like something that people actively ship. But yeah, it is canon. You're right,
Yeah.
and it's bad. Oh boy.
I
Did
just
I
hate it
tell you?
because of so many things, right? Because it actually happened and because of what happened because of it.
Yeah. Did I tell you? There was this one time where I was on Tumblr and I was curious to look up some fan art about Dahlia, and the only thing I could see was this big like multi blog fight that was going on there about whether Dahlia was in the right for what she did to him.
Oh,
Because well, okay, we'll put a pin on that. What's
yeah.
this?
Oh,
Open the gate.
Steins
Oh, it's been a month since then. My wound was deep enough to require surgery.
Oh, yeah.
If I'd been just 1 hour late getting to the hospital, I would have died from blood loss.
Yep.
The doctor laughed as he told me this.
What?
Hilarious.
Why would he laugh? This doctor deserves to get malpractice too.
After being cooped up in the hospital for so long, it's exciting to be walking around Akiba again. Was it Dr. Nakabachi's twin?
Right? Or like Dr. Hottie or something like what the frick?
I looked around to see if Akiba's any different from what I remember, but nothing catches my eye. I just get the feeling that there are a lot more moe shops than before. The mysteries of divergence. I chuckle to myself, then dig into my pocket. Something jingles. Aww.
Oh,
There are metal pins inside. 8 of them. The Future Gadget Laboratories members' badges. Their designs based on the pin Suzuha brought from the future. Which world line Suzuha was that again? Anyway, Back then, we searched all over Akiba for that pin. And while I was hospitalized, I thought it was the perfect opportunity to ask Daru to have them made. And of course, the one we commissioned to make them was that shady foreign street vendor. The final product is slightly different from Suzuha's, but it's pretty well done. I pass through the archway of the Yanabayashi shrine and head to the courtyard. There, brandishing a sword with sublime dignity, stands a Miko. The Miko so lovely that anyone would doubtless stop to stare.
Nice to see you after a long time.
Yeah. But that's not a Miko, and that's not a real sword. The sword is a 980 yen imitation, and that is a beautiful Miko.
Mm-hmm.
Lukako lifts her head at the sound of my footsteps.
Okabe-san.
As soon as our eyes meet, she runs up to me in a fluster. Her eyes already wet with tears.
You were discharged today,
Yeah,
but I'm sorry I didn't know anything about it.
of course you didn't. I didn't tell you.
But I'm glad you're okay. I'm so happy.
And then she starts crying in earnest. Seeing her tears, I feel an urge to pat her head and tell her everything will be all right. But I resist and sigh instead. I hear you are a natural at your cosplay debut. I hear you even have a fan club.
Ugh.
Mayuri filled me in on the situation. After years of persistent nagging, she finally convinced Lukako to cosplay near the end of summer break.
Oh, good luck with that.
It wasn't in time for Komima, but she wore one of Mayuri's costumes to a cosplay event in early September. Her cosplay debut was effective. Dozens of photographers took her picture, and the images soon went viral on the net. Try to look up pictures of Lukako now, and you'll get a ton of hits. She's being swarmed by fans, and since she's what they call a trap, she's popular with girls too. There are some things in this world I just don't understand.
To be honest, it's so confusing.
You know, I still haven't had the pleasure to see you cosplay in the flesh.
I just can't. If Okabe-san were to see me, I'd get so embarrassed I'd die.
But you had fun, didn't you? And that's what Mayuri said.
Yes.
You've grown up, Lukako.
Well, as long as she enjoyed it, that's what matters.
Yeah. She's overcome her feelings of inadequacy and accepted herself for who she is. And she's even had fun doing it.
Okabe-san, Kiyama-san, it's all thanks to the Seishin Zanma style you taught me. I've cleared my mind of all mundane thoughts.
She truly is a worthy disciple. But you must not grow complacent. Your next objective is to ascend to the true form of the Seishin Zanma style. Once you've mastered it, the flames of evil sealed within you will have nothing left to burn. The moment will mark the beginning of the legend of Urashibara Luka, guardian Miko of the Personopolis of Akihabara.
What exactly will this legend be about?
I shall tell you at the proper time. I reach into my pocket and take out a pen. Lab Mem number 006, Urushibara Luka, I grant this onto you. Lukako nervously accepts the pin with a confused expression.
When did I become a lab mem?
It's a memory from beyond the veil of time. Your past life, I suppose you could say.
My past life?
You've been a lab mem from the moment you were born. Be proud. It's not an exaggeration. It's the truth. Lukako most likely doesn't remember, But it's okay, even if I'm the only one who does. You don't like it?
No, it's just. I'm really happy.
She
Oh.
starts crying again.
I always wanted to be part of your lab. I wanted to be one of you. But I never had the courage to ask. Thank you so much.
She bows her head. This is a precious artifact. Only 8 of them exist in the entire world. It's a magic item that protects you from all calamity.
Really?
No. So don't lose it.
I won't.
Lukaku nods with a joyful smile on her face. Too cute.
Very cute and precious.
Go for Ferris.
Welcome back, Master.
I pass through May Queen's door for the first time in forever. Ferris runs over to greet me.
Those freaking tiny hands. I feel sad looking at Ferris and remembering the backstory with her dad and all that. Very sad.
Yeah.
Kilma.
She suddenly links arms with me. At first, I get a little flustered when something soft touches my elbow, but then I break into a cold sweat once I feel the murderous glares of the surrounding Ferris fans.
They let you out of the hospital, Nya.
Yeah, I managed to claw my way out of hell. I tear Ferris off me and take a deep breath.
Precisely what I expected from the Hyoing bloodline. The name of the Undying Phoenix isn't just for show, Nya.
I see she's still making up her own backstories for people.
You're just jealous because she can manage the Chuny ways just like you.
Yes. It boggles the mind that this crazy cat girl is behind the redevelopment of Akihabara. Maybe the world's just messed up.
Maybe she has the day off, Nya.
I know. She shows me to my table where I ordered iced coffee.
Oh, right. We decided to open a second May Queen location, yeah? And it's right on Juodori, Nyan. Isn't that awesome, yeah?
Don't you think you're abusing your authority as redevelopment committee chair? Just a little. No doubt the recent explosion of Moe shops is her doing. I think she's getting just a little carried away.
This is my sacred duty, Nya. Now is the time to summon all the powers of Moe to this holy land in preparation for their offensive, Nya.
What? We're going to attack? Did the awakening occur while I was in the hospital?
That's right, Nya. They took your absence as their opportunity, Nya. Will we be able to complete their moification of Akiba before they hatch? That's the only way to defeat them. It's a race against time, yeah. Faris also fought in the Rhinenet AB tournament to gather karma, but it was really tough by myself, yeah.
What the hell does she mean by karma? Run karma? Over the past month, Ferris has started participating in Rhinenet Axis Battlers tournaments. Ferris is the chairman of the Akihabara Redevelopment Project, a high school student, popular waitress at a maid cafe, president of the company founded by her father and the head of the Akiha family. She should be incredibly busy, but I guess she couldn't stay away from Rhinenet forever. Anyway, she went to her very first official tournament and snatched a dramatic victory. Ferris is even more cheerful than usual now. I guess all it takes to feel fulfilled is to do the things you like to do.
I need your mad scientist powers to stop them, Nya. If they make it into town, they'll make the place their litter box.
I guess I have no choice. If it's come to this, then I too must fulfill the covenant. Oh, yeah, and take this with you.
Yeah?
I take a pin out of my pocket and present it to Ferris.
This is. Where did you get this, Kilma?
During my stay at the hospital,
So, you've overcome the test of the heart, Nya. You truly are a great man, Nya.
I don't really get what's going on, so let's just nod for now. This belongs to you, Lab Mem number 007. Whenever you need my help, just hold that pin and speak the incantation, La Yoda Stasela. Ferris and I smile at each other, and then we high five. That's cute.
Thanks, Nya. The future gadget laboratory is the hope of Akiba, Nya. Can I come over for a visit, Nya?
Of course you can. Dado will be glad to see you. When I get back to the lab, I'm startled to find an unexpected visitor. Oh.
I'm kind of still like, when I see all three of you.
Yo, Okabe, out of the hospital already?
Yeah. Tanoji Yugo and Nai are standing out front. Kiryu Moeka is with them. The Rounders, who killed Mayuri on another world line. Nai hides behind her father when she sees me, like usual.
Oh yeah, let me introduce you.
Tanoji indicates Moeka with his chin.
Starting today, this girl's gonna work part-time at my place.
Moeka bows her head. She's silent as always, but at least she's not holding her phone. I guess that's some improvement.
Doesn't talk much, but don't let it bother you.
You guys walking around still killing people and stuff?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Don't worry. Shining Finger and I know each other already.
Shining Finger? Who's that?
I point to Moeka. Shining Finger! That's the name of her Esper power. Tanoji and Moeka ignore me completely.
He helped me look for an IBN 5100.
I got a thank you email from her during my stay in the hospital. That email helped me figure out our relationship on this world line.
Oh, that retro PC you were talking about. Did you find one?
Moeka shakes her head.
Well, it is just an urban legend.
Yeah, go ahead and play dumb.
Why did you decide to work here? Did Tanoji tell her who he is? I thought Moeka wasn't supposed to know FB's true identity.
I brought her.
Nai speaks up in a tiny voice.
I introduced her to Daddy.
I see. So you're a matchmaker, huh?
Oh.
Hey, numbskull. There's only two things I love in this world. Brawn tubes and my little girl.
Daddy?
Besides, it was more like the other way around. After Nye fell and got hurt, this girl gave her first aid and brought her all the way back here.
I didn't know Moeka had such a gentle side.
Since she was unemployed, I decided to give her a job as thanks for helping my girl. Never thought our store would hire a part-timer.
Didn't you hire one just last month?
Huh? You high on your painkillers, kid? I've never had help before.
Ah, of course. The Suzuha who worked here was the Suzuha of the Alpha World line. The Suzuha who came from a future ruled by CERN. The current world line has a different future, so she didn't come. The time she spent here never happened. Well, in that case, good luck to you, Moeka. This is the perfect opportunity. I take a pin out of my pocket and hand it to Moeka.
That's actually really nice of you considering everything she's done, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, now you're flirting? Don't mess around with my part-timer.
This pin is proof that you are Lab Mem 005. Our lab is on the second floor. Come on by whenever you feel like it. Moeka stares at the pin in her hand. But I can't help you look for the IBN 5100 anymore, okay?
Don't be like that. Help her out, will ya?
No.
Hmm.
You can say if she wants to stay quiet and innocent, that's fine. As long as she don't go into psycho killer mode ever again.
I can't. I'm a busy man. Catch the attention of the rounders again? No thanks. Besides, the three of them are better off if we never find an IBN 5100.
Yeah, you guys can go stay like this. A nice cute little family. You know, just don't go into that territory ever again, please.
I end the conversation with a shrug and head to the stairs.
Okabe-kun.
Moeka calls my name. I turn back to see Moeka smiling, ever so faintly.
Thank you for this.
Yeah. The hatred I once felt towards them is gone.
That's good. That's healing for you, so that's good.
Yeah. I forgave Moeka and Tenoji both. Now that I've destroyed our time machine, we can go back to being good neighbors. I won't pry into their secret lives, and I won't attempt to fight them either. It's all up to them. However, the affection that Nai showed towards Moeka brings an undeniable warmth to my heart. Right as I walk into the lab, I'm greeted by the chiming of a microwave oven. She finally gets her juicy chicken!
Yay! Ocarine! And she can finally have her bananas in peace and not have them being all tormented and cooked up and mutilated.
Angelified.
Yep. Ocarine! Hello!
Mayuri smiles brightly as she takes her juicy chicken #1 out of the microwave.
Tuteru! Welcome back, Karin!
Did you just combine welcome back and Okarin?
She's done it before and she'll do it again. Yep. Yep, I've said it before, remember?
Then Mayuri holds out the steaming chicken.
Want some too?
I'll give you one to celebrate your homecoming.
I accept the gift of chicken and pop it into my mouth. I guess it's because I've had nothing but crappy hospital food for a month, but it's so delicious I want to cry. Where did you get that microwave? We disassembled the phone wave name subject to change weeks ago.
Oh, that was me.
Daru pops out of the development room in all his rotund glory. I wonder if he's making a new future gadget. You bought it.
I found it, duh. It was a pain to repair. It's
Now
kinda
he.
old.
I was just gonna say, and now he accidentally creates something that, like, completely creates new life forms out of thin
Oh
air.
no.
New horrible adventure awaits.
Oh no. Well, you did say there are sequel games, so uh-oh.
Yeah, I have no idea what any of the other games are about.
Hmm.
It's kinda old, but it still works fine.
That's our super hacker. Now let's keep up that pace and make the next future gadget.
That reminds me, Ocarine, I'm mad at you.
Mayuri suddenly puts on a pout.
Why did you leave the hospital without telling Mayushi? We went all the way to the hospital to pick you up, but the nurse said you had already left. That was one hot nurse. I wish I was hospitalized instead of Ocarine.
You think you're my guardian now, Mayuri? You've certainly come up in the world. Have you forgotten? I'm the one who protects you.
I even helped you with your diaper.
Oh wow.
What? Gah. I couldn't move at all after the operation, so my mother and Mayuri made the great effort of coming to care for me.
Wow.
Especially Mayuri. Even though it was her summer break, she visited me every day.
That's some devotion.
Yep. I'm grateful for this childhood friend of mine, from the bottom of my heart. She's a ditz to be sure, and seems like she always needs someone to look out for her, but she's actually quite tough for her age.
You got your childhood friend to change your diaper. I'm jealous, man. What emoji is that from?
Ew, no, bro.
What?
No.
No. I think Daru needs to die for a bit.
Damn.
He's not wrong.
I
Just for a
mean,
little
yeah,
bit.
but like,
We'll bring
damn,
him
dude.
back.
That's the next game. You're gonna have to go save him too.
The next game is Okarin kills him, and then it's like 40 hours of just fun times without Daru before we're like, I guess we should bring him back. I bought my Yuri on that. I'll buy you some juicy chicken number 1 later.
Really? Thanks, Ocarine. It was worth it to help you after all.
Just some food and all is forgiven.
You know what? Mood.
Yeah.
I breathe another sigh of relief when I see Mayuri's innocent smile. Mayuri is still alive. I've seen her die countless times. Though the events of those world lines have been undone, my struggle to escape them was not in vain. If the same thing were to happen again, what would I do? Would I accept her death this time? Or would I try again to save her, even if it meant building another time machine? There is no way to know. The future is undecided. But for now, Mayuri is here. And that means everything to me. Here, take these. I give Mayuri and Daru their pins.
It's so cute. Nice, they're finally done.
Mayuri pins the badge to her chest and shows it off with a pirouette.
Gotta be sure to put this on every day, or else I won't be let into the lab.
Nobody really made that rule, but whatever.
But you know, there's something I've been meaning to ask you about the pen.
What's that?
There's an inscription, right? It says OSHMKUFA 2010. Okabe, Shina, Hashira, and then Urushibara and Ferris. I got those. But what about MK and A? Who are they?
M for Makise. Q for Kiryu. A for Amane. But the current Mayuri wouldn't understand. Those three were lab mems on a world line undone and forgotten. I haven't told Mayuri or Daru about them. They wouldn't believe me even if I told them, especially about the last initial, A. I mean, how do I tell Daru he's going to have a daughter? I can just imagine his reaction.
Who's my lucky bride to be? I hope she's got a cute face and a delicious flat chest and blonde hair and twin tails and a golden racial tsundere personality, and when she's in data mode, she's super cuddly and sexy.
Oh my gosh.
He'd say something gross like that, no doubt. We all know he ended up with a fucking buff giant queen.
Mm-hmm. And his daughter does look a lot like him, so it's like we don't even know what his future wife will look like.
Yeah, I remember. As I lay dying in the time machine, Suzuha gripped my hand and said,
Once we arrive, I'll probably disappear. I won't be able to thank you for bringing me to Steins Gate. So I'll thank you now. Thank you, Uncle. Don't die. Live.
Just as she predicted, Suzuha vanished the moment we returned to August 21st. Right before my eyes, the time machine was enveloped in rainbow light and disappeared. She was smiling as she faded away. That was proof I had reached Steins Gate. And that's why I don't mourn Suzuha.
And in 7 years, let's meet again, okay?
I don't know what the future will bring. There's still the possibility that Daru won't get married, that Suzuha won't be born. But still, I believe that in 7 years we will meet again. And that's when I will give her this pin, her birthright as LabMem008. Until then, I will keep it in a safe place.
He's gonna spoil the
Aw.
hell out of her when she's
Oh,
born.
you know it. You know it.
She will be his favorite niece forever and ever.
I aimlessly head. Oh my god, that's so cute to think about.
Right? Like he will love her like she's his own. He's always gonna be like, "Where's my Suzuha?" You know?
Every now and then he'll just pop in uninvited with a bunch of gifts for her.
Yep. He's like, "Hey, that kid like literally saved my ass all the time. You know, like she's mine." Dara's like, "No, like she's my daughter." Like, "No, I don't care. She's mine."
She's mine. I aimlessly head out to town alone. I want to get a better look at the Steins Gate world line. But try as I may, I can't find anything drastically different. Way back when, Ferris's D-mail erased the Moe shops from Akiba. That time, it was obvious that the world line had changed. I feel unsatisfied, so I look up at Radikan. Obviously, there's no satellite stuck in the roof. It's open for business as usual. When I arrived on this world line, right after I saw Suzuha disappear, the very first thing I did was ask Mayuri and Daru a question. Have there been any murders at Radicon? As they panicked at the sight of my blood-stained body, they answered that no one had been murdered at Radicon. As we waited for the ambulance to arrive, I had Daru call up the news on my phone. They were running the story about Nakabachi's flight to Russia. This time, Nakabachi looked terribly agitated. His eyes were bloodshot. He was yelling, spraying spit everywhere. His appearance was strikingly similar to how I last saw him in the hallway of Radicon. To me, his unintelligible rambling was evidence of Operation School's success.
This is an outrage, a fire? How can that happen? My precious thesis was burned to a crisp. The future of humanity went up in flames. This is no time for an interview. Ha ha.
Oh,
just like
delicious.
Right?
I won't stand for this, Russian Airlines. I'll murder every last one of your crew members.
Jesus.
Hey! Arrest
All
him
right.
right there!
Yep, right there.
Get up. Money's not the issue. Aren't you listening? You burned my thesis. My thesis, which would have changed human history forever. I should never have let you fools handle my suitcase. None of this would have happened if I'd just carried it with me.
The subtitles read, "What was your thesis about?"
Time travel. The invention that can grant control over all space-time from past to present to future.
The screen immediately returned to the studio where a female reporter continued.
This outburst continued for some time. The raving lunatic was then arrested. Get him.
And everyone was happy.
Dr. Nakabachi, also known as Makise Shoichi, was detained by Russian authorities upon arrival at Domodedovo International Airport in Moscow. Makise is currently under investigation by the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department as a suspect in the July 28th stabbing of a young man. Yeah, get him!
I don't think anyone's going to listen to Nakabachi now. For argument's sake, let's say Nakabachi manages to recreate Kurisu's thesis from memory. Nothing will come out of it as long as Kurisu is alive. The scientific community undoubtedly trusts the Makisedara over the father, meaning Kurisu can deter any attempts made by Nakabachi. World War III won't break out, or at the very least it won't over the Nakabachi paper.
Because I think now she'll be more willing to at least stand up against her dad after seeing him stab Okabe. She'll be like, no, I can't defend that
Yeah.
man no more.
And he tried to choke her, and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen Kurisu. Apparently, Kurisu reported to the police that I was stabbed, but at present there has been no progress on the investigation, as the victim, from their point of view, up and disappeared. I heard from Daru that no one was murdered at Radicon, and I couldn't find a single report of anyone dying in the area that day. Kurisu is still alive, that much is certain, but I haven't had any contact with her since then. Aside from the few words we exchanged at Radicon, the current Kurisu and I are strangers. Besides, I was bedridden, so it's not like I'd have gone to see her even if I wanted to. Kurisu said he was supposed to go back to America in August. That was on the Alpha World line, so things may have changed. But what reason would she have to stay in Japan after what her father did to her? I thrust my hand into my pocket. 2 pins remain. One of them is for Lab Mem 001, and that's me. The remaining badge, which belongs to Lab Mem 004, may never reach its rightful owner. But Kurisu is alive, and that's good enough for me. I once chose to let her die. I once killed her with my own 2 hands, but this time I was able to save her. No one remembers those 3 weeks we spent with Kurisu. No one but me. I will remember. I will never forget. So I don't need anything else. I don't want anything else. Hey, Kurisu. I don't know what the future holds. War may still break out. CERN may still complete their time machine. But at the very least, the future is undecided. We're building it now, from the bottom up. Not just me, not just you, but every man, woman, and child. So keep on watching, wherever in the wide world you may be. I take out my own pin and fasten it to my chest. I walk through the sea of shoppers, staring straight ahead.
Uh,
I quickly turn around. Just now, in the corner of my eye, I saw her. The girl who shouldn't be here. Her long hair fluttered as she passed me by. There. A familiar figure. I'd recognize that back anywhere. She has stopped too, in the middle of the sidewalk. Slowly, slowly she turns to face me. It's her. I thought she had gone back to America. It's her. She doesn't even know me.
it's you.
That voice. That face. That hair. Those eyes. Makise Kurisu is standing there, the same as I remember her.
I've been looking everywhere for you. Ever since you saved my life. I was afraid I'd never have a chance to say thank you. I'm so glad we could finally meet. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank goodness you're all right.
Kurisu looks so radiant as she tries to hold back her tears. Just when I thought I had finally suppressed it, all my love for her flows out at once. I'm so happy that I want to cry too. So to hide my embarrassment, I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
You Judy.
It's me. Why is she here? Reading Steiner didn't activate. What? Protect her? Oh, that's a tall order, my friend. But if that is the choice of Steins Gate, then so be it. El Sai Congru. I close my phone and clear my throat. I have no idea what to say. She's still staring at me with those wide, pleading eyes. I
Don't
open
be an
my
idiot.
that's an even taller order you're asking for.
Right?
I open my mouth. We meet again, Christina.
Oh. How many times do I have to tell you? I'm not Christina, or your assistant, or... Uh?
Now I really have no idea what to say.
Uh-huh.
How does this Kurisu know about that? Those were the names I used to tease Kurisu. She always got mad whenever I used them. They were our bond, our private joke. And I had yet to use them on the day we met. But I had yet to use them on the day we first met at Radicon. So how would this Worldline's Kurisu know?
Huh? What? did I say that? Words just popped into my head.
It looks like Kurisu is as confused as I am. She stares at me bewildered. And then I finally realize the truth. Everyone has reading, Steiner. Even if the world line changes, even if the past and the future are rewritten, your memories remain. You've merely forgotten. All it takes is a push and you can remember. The memories of those lost 3 weeks. The memories we made together. Welcome back, my assistant, Makisu Kurisu. No, Christina. I reach into my pocket and take out the last pen. Nobody knows what the future holds. And that is why, just as this reunion demonstrates, possibilities are endless. I place the pin in Kurisu's hand. I gently close her hand in mine. And holding back my tears, I tell her, this is the choice of Steins Gate.
Ah, perfection.
Aww.
That was great.
That was so good.
That was great.
I'm getting the emotions.
Right? That was great. I finally understand after all these years why my friend Inferno was like, I love this game. You know, she's been like that for years, and I never understood until now. Oh man, that was a long recording session, but it was worth it.
yeah, I thought. Like, I kept kind of following along, and I saw that the playlist I was going through was just tap, 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 tap. So they go through their dialogue a lot quickly, and I'm like, are they using the English voice acting? Because I can see that they are using like an updated version. But yeah, I'm glad we went a little longer to finally get to the end of this.
We did
It's been a
it!
fun
Oh my
ride, but we looked at when we started this back in January of 2023, and it's like, yep, it's about time this finishes.
Yeah. It was amazing though. It was so touching. I'm curious about the other, pathways and endings, but I think we got the best one.
Yeah, definitely. As I mentioned before, part of the reason we kind of just decided to go. Usually, when I play a visual novel like this, what I like to do is that I like to just, play it completely blind, make my own decisions. If I'm satisfied with the ending I get, then I leave it at that. If I feel that it's one of those where you kind of need to get the true ending to really get the full story, then I'll usually use a walkthrough. But if you've been following from the beginning, you will know that there was a period of time in which we found out that someone in Japan actually got arrested for for let's playing this. And I think listening to that kind of gave me a scare. But like after the research, it's not just that they let's played this, but they were also putting up stuff like full length episodes of anime and monetizing all of that and just doing a bunch of other stuff. So it was like, you know what? Okay, I get it.
Yeah. They were
So I
fool.
don't. Yeah, and then I got Kurisu to sort of help me with some translation work to ask about it. And what they had said was that they prefer that after a certain period there's no more let's play and that we like have their name like at the bottom, and at that point we had already gone way past that point. So out of
Mm,
respect, I don't think I'll be let's playing any of the other stuff. But
yeah.
I'm glad that we got to do this.
Yeah, I think we got the heart of it. I mean, there's so many other games in the series apparently, but I'm satisfied, and I think in our personal time we will probably just watch the anime, and that's about it.
Yeah, probably. Oh, I have like two of the other games, or at least one of them. So that'll be a fun one to just let's play. Not let's play, but just play for fun.
Mm-hmm.
It'll actually be nice to have one of those.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
But
well,
this was
thank you.
great.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining me on it, dear. Thank you all so much for watching it, and I'll see you on the next series.
Bye-bye.
As always, please do take care of yourselves and each other. Toodaloo!